How did your unit's open communication policy silence anyone who used it? Our battalion commander loved the idea of transparency, made this big announcement about how everyone could speak freely without fear of retaliation. My door is always open, Colonel Vaughn said at formation. I want honest feedback. No topic is off limits. He even set up an anonymous suggestion box in the company area, painted it bright red so everyone could see it, put up signs everywhere encouraging soldiers to use it. First week, nothing happened. Everyone was skeptical. We'd all heard this speech before from other commanders. Then Private Nolan Perry decided to test it. Nolan was this quiet kid from Oregon, never caused problems, always did his job. But he noticed something wrong with our training schedule. We were doing vehicle maintenance during the hottest part of the day. Guys were passing out from heat exhaustion. Made no sense when we could do the same work in the morning when it was cooler. Nolan wrote a polite suggestion, explained the heat issue, proposed switching the schedule, signed his name because the colonel said he wanted accountability, dropped it in the red box on Monday. Tuesday morning, the colonel called him in. Perry, I read your suggestion. You make a valid point. Nolan felt relieved. Maybe this open communication thing was real. I'm implementing your schedule change starting next week. Good initiative. Word spread fast. Perry used the system and actually got results. Other soldiers started writing suggestions too. That's when things got weird. The colonel called another formation 2 weeks later. I want to recognize Private Perry for his excellent suggestion about the maintenance schedule. His feedback has improved our entire operation. Sounds good, right? Except the way Vaughn said it made my skin crawl. Too enthusiastic, too public. Perry stood there awkwardly while the colonel praised him for 5 minutes in front of 300 soldiers. Made him sound like some kind of genius for noticing it was hot outside. After formation, Perry's squad leader pulled him aside. Sergeant Dalton looked uncomfortable. Hey, the colonel wants you to present your idea at the next staff meeting. Show the other units how the new schedule works. Perry hadn't asked for any of this. Just wanted to fix a simple problem. The staff meeting was worse. Had to stand in front of all the company commanders and explain his suggestion like it was some revolutionary concept. One captain made a snide comment. Must be nice having so much free time to worry about schedules. Some of us are busy with actual leadership. Perry's face went red. Felt like he was being mocked for doing exactly what the colonel asked. But it didn't stop there. Next month, Vaughn created a Soldier Innovation Award. Made a whole ceremony out of it. Perry got a certificate and a coin. This is what right looks like, the colonel announced. Perry saw a problem and fixed it. I expect this level of engagement from everyone. Now Perry was the poster child for open communication. Every time someone had a complaint, leadership would say, why don't you be like Perry? Use the proper channels. The problem was nobody wanted to be like Perry. They saw what happened when you spoke up. You got paraded around like a trained monkey, made into an example, put on a pedestal you never asked to stand on. Perry told me later it felt like punishment disguised as praise. I just wanted to change the schedule. Now every officer on base knows my name. Not in a good way. Other soldiers stopped using the suggestion box completely. The colonel noticed, called another formation. I'm disappointed in the lack of participation. Perry showed you how it's done. Where are the rest of you? That's when everyone understood the real message. The open communication policy wasn't about fixing problems. It was about identifying who would speak up so they could be made into cautionary examples. Speak up and get rewarded with unwanted attention. Stay quiet and blend in with everyone else. The suggestion box sat empty for months. Eventually someone used it to throw away their trash. The colonel never mentioned it again. Perry requested a transfer 6 months later. Got sent to a different battalion on the other side of the base. Before he left, I asked him if he regretted making that first suggestion. Every day, I learned that transparency is just a trap. They don't want honest feedback. They want obedient silence. 3 years later, I ran into Nolan at a veterans event. He'd gotten out of the army, working as an engineer now. You know what's funny? He said. My civilian company actually has the open door policy that Vaughn pretended to have. I made a suggestion last month about improving our production line. Boss said thanks, implemented it, and that was it. No ceremony, no awards, no making me explain myself to everyone. Just fixed the problem and moved on. He took a sip of his beer. That's when I realized Vaughn never wanted solutions. He wanted obedience that looked like participation. The real kicker? 2 months after Perry transferred, the maintenance schedule got changed back to the middle of the day. Heat casualties went back up. Turns out the colonel only made the change to prove his open communication policy worked. Once Perry was gone and the attention died down, they quietly reversed everything. That's how an open communication policy silences everyone who uses it. You make speaking up so uncomfortable that staying quiet becomes the safer option.